Delta Mike 06. Check. 260SY Delta Mike 06.
evening all. K6MYC calling the beginning of the 222 Bozo Net, beaming sort of toward the Bay Area and Santa Cruz. K6MYC, Central California, QRZ. Where is everybody this evening? Everybody's glued to the TV set, no doubt. K6MYC, Central California, QRZ 222 Bozo Net. Taking check-ins now. Well, I'm making power somewhere. It's Monday night, isn't it? Very quiet out there in Radio Land. QRZ 222, K6MYC. Give me a little more chatter, Fred. I hear you, but I got to bring the antenna up on you. Go ahead, Fred.
Okay. Kind of warmed up today a little bit, about 78 degrees, and just chit-chatting with Paul up there in Placerville, and I was just chatting with Jan over here. So it's been a pretty good day. It's very quiet. It's nice this evening, and so anyway, how was your day? And was it hot over there? Go ahead there, Mike.
Well, it was reasonable. It was in the 90s, about 93, 94, something like that. So it warmed up a little bit. But it's kind of overcast to the east, to the west right now. Do you guys have clouds over there?
Not yet. In fact, I'm looking out my front window here because I can see the hills above Cupertino. I don't see anything yet. I think I'll take a look at one of the coastal cams and see if I can see any fog, like, more recently on the Pacific, and see if there's any fog coming in over the Golden Gate Bridge. I don't know yet.
Okay, well, the sun here is blocked out. I'm not getting any sunshine in the house on the west side. It's there. There's light coming in, but it's very dim. So there's clouds maybe over the hills to the west of you. Somewhere there's clouds because it's not letting the sun through very well. We still should have bright sunshine at this time. Anyway, good evening to you. There's a lot of stuff. I don't know if you're watching the TV, but there's been a shooting in New York, in Manhattan. Random shooter went into a building with an AK-47 and shot the cop on the main floor, and then went to the 33rd floor and killed 3 or 4 other people, and then killed himself. So very, very strange event. The guy drove all the way from Las Vegas in the last 2 days. So his name is Shane Tamura or something like that. So there's some connection to that building in Manhattan. I don't know what the name of the very, very prolific building got. NFL on the 5th floor, and Bank of America's in there, and a whole bunch of other people. J.P. Morgan's in the building. So it's a very, very high-profile building, but I don't know who it was that he went up to see on the 33rd floor, but they must have known he was coming because they had the doors barricaded over.
No, I haven't looked at the news today at all. I've just been busy working emails and stuff, and I haven't had the TV set on at all. Anyway, I was just looking at the San Francisco cam there's no fog over San Francisco. There's no fog or clouds over Maury Point or Pacifica. It's sunny and clear. It's a beautiful day over there on the coast.
Yeah, okay. Very odd. Okay, well, anyway, I'm just giving you a heads up on this thing, and that may be why it's a little quiet right now. There's a news conference going on. Mayor Adams is talking, and they're showing some videos of him walking. He came walking right in with an AK-47 on his side, on his right side, hanging down from his hip down. And bright, full view of everybody. They got cameras all over the guy, and I don't know what happened. Nobody seemed to turn him in, and nobody seemed to get too excited about it until he started shooting people. It was kind of strange. 6:30 in the evening, so it happened at 3:30 this afternoon, our time here. Fred, over.
All right, whatever, you know. There's a lot of strange, kooky people out there. Okay, Mike, I'll turn it over to, I guess, GNN, or do you want to talk to Paul? Paul's up here. Paul's got a great signal tonight.
Yeah, and he's back from British Columbia. I worked him from his mobile there when he was in British Columbia. We had not big signals, but pretty good signals from Paul when he was up there on 40 meters. So let's see, Paul, K6WIS, K6MYC. Do you have any copy, Paul?
Yes, I do, Mike. K6NYC in the group. This is K6WIS. I'm copying you 5x3. 5x3, Mike. How me, over?
I got you. I bumped the antenna about 3 or 4 degrees, and you came right up. You were 5 and 1, but now you're very, very readable. Very easy copy, and I'm glad that the trip went well. Apparently nothing happened too bad because you're here on time, over.
Yeah, your signal increased to 5S5, Q5. Super good signal there, Mike. Yeah, I drove back Saturday and Sunday, and it was good to hook up with you on with the Tuesday morning, I think it was, and that was great. I could copy you 5x5 on 40 meters here. Really excellent signal, of course, with the 3-element Yagi and 1500 watts. I was really surprised that you could even copy me on my little whip antenna on my car and 100 watts barefoot, over.
Yeah, Roger. Some of the guys that are mobile guys wanted to know what the whip was. Is it just a piece of stainless wire, a stainless whip, or did it have some other stuff in the antenna, over?
Oh, yeah, it's tuned for different bands. It's a Comet designed to be tuned for 80 meters, 40 meters, 20, 15, and 10. And you put on various tuning stubs at the top. So the load coil, so to speak, are not at the bottom, they're at the top. So that means at least the length of the stainless steel rod is actually emitting the radio waves, over.
Yeah, okay, very good. Yeah, it takes some very significant loading if you're going to load it that far out on the end. It must be very tiny wire, little loading coils. Is it traps, or is it just one coil after another, over?
It's just a single coil, and you can screw them on radially, or one inline coaxially, and then up to 4 radially. It looks like a hedgehog then, over.
Oh yeah, I've seen something like that. There was another antenna that had loading coils out to the sides as well, so familiar with the basic design. I'll pass that on to the guys. Maybe it was Bill, KO6KD, over there in Roseville. You'll be able to tell him directly, too. He may want to ask you. But I'll pass it on if you guys don't connect later. Anyway, we've got your 637. Very good to hear you. And I imagine you've picked up on the news issue, this big shooting that just occurred in New York City and Manhattan at 6:30 Manhattan time and 3:30 our time today. So it's very current and still going on, over.
No, I was working in Berkeley in the Bay Area, and I commuted back at 3:30.
Hi, Mike.
To start my commute, so no, I haven't been in contact with news. By the way, I need to check in KA6OA6 and N1PPP up in Clear Lake, over.
Okay, I've got them checked in, so we'll carry on from here. I heard somebody say hi, Mike, so find out who else is in here. But for now, good evening to you, Paul. Nice to have you back. Glad everything went well on the trip, and it was good to be able to work you up there. And I had pretty much Q5 copy on you, except for a word or two. Every now and then I get a static pop and lose a word, but for the most part, it was readability 5. Thanks much for your activity on that 40 meters and checking into our group there. Hi. K6 Whiskey India Sugar in Placerville, K6MYC. Who said hi, Mike? Was that you, Bill? I mean, Jim?
Yeah, it was me. Hello, and hello to K6WIS as well. I'm hearing him okay in here, well, even though I'm pointed at you, but he's good. And I had an update in my Tesla. You know, they send updates to update the software in the car. Just a couple of times a month, actually. And you never guess what I found in this update.
I have no idea. A link to Grok?
Yeah, that's it. There was a button for Grok now.
Wonderful. Boy, oh boy, that's just, you're going to get a kick out of Grok. Have you tried it yet?
Oh, yeah, it works just like, pretty much like, I'm not doing anything super heavy with it, but it works just like the one that's supplied with Windows, which they call Copilot. That's Microsoft's version, but, yeah, his version is very similar.
Yep, very good. Okay, well, wonderful. Boy, things are moving pretty fast, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't know what I use it for in my car, unless I, when I'm wondering about the state of the universe or whatever.
Well, you can say, I've got a refrigerator at home. I think it's a Frigidaire about 10 years ago, and it's starting to act up, and it's, she'll go into a, it just lets your imagination run wild. I mean, the information flow is amazing.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you're good copy over here, 5 and 9. And if I bump the antenna a little bit, I think Paul will probably be the same. So there you go. There's a check-in, and I'm going to head up to, not right now, but at the top of the hour I'll head up and about 10 kilohertz and check in Santa Barbara. Hopefully he's there tonight. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Okay, well, one way or the other, I'll hear your 52 on CW, or I'll come back probably at the end of the hour. I'm hearing people on 6 meters already on 140. Okay, 7-3 for now anyway. Jim, thanks for the quick chat. And you're sounding peppier today than you were the other day there. Hi. Let's see, maybe you can stand by. I did not hear Mike yesterday. Mike did not check in last night on 2 meters, which was surprising. I checked both at the beginning of the hour and at the end of the hour, but he did not show up, so I'm not sure. But he usually, on 2 meters lately, he's had a booming signal, so I don't think it was a propagation issue. But maybe we'll take a standby now. Mike, are you listening? Oh, he doesn't have 222, but maybe we'll hear him on 6 anyway. So let's see who else is on 222. We should have Jim, WB6JNN, and perhaps Ed's back. And Ed's been emailing me madly and ferociously with all the stuff that he's finding on glaucoma. And we read a lot of that today. And I tried to get a hold of the Byers Eye Institute today at Stanford, but their phones were screwed up, and they said, we can't take any calls today and any reservations. We can't talk to you about anything, much of anything. I tried all kinds of different things, and no matter who I talked to, they said their phones are just all screwed up today. So I got nowhere with that one, but we'll continue to try again tomorrow. But I have been reading a lot of stuff, and of course I had that very long interface with Grok. And that was very helpful. Everything's coming along nicely in terms of the bits and pieces. One of the things that I'm learning is that the blood pressure, if you have low blood pressure, it's very detrimental because you don't get enough blood to the optic nerve. But I don't think that's my issue. I've always been just a little on the high side. I've been running without any aid. I've been running 140. on my blood pressure, and I take medicine to bring it down. I don't take medicine. That's over-the-counter Super Beats, and that brought me right down into the 120s. So I'm absolutely normal on blood pressure, so I don't think that's an issue. But it was interesting to know that that's a factor. And a lot of factors, I'm getting a lot of subtle information that the doctor just doesn't give you because he probably figures you can't assimilate it. A lot of acronyms also that we're running into, and I'm figuring out what they all mean, like IPO, that's interocular pressure and all that stuff. But IOP they talk about that, and if you don't know what you're reading, you just have no idea what the hell they're talking about. W6PQL, and we'll let you go and see what else is. Maybe you can bring in anybody else or listen. I'm going to stand by. K6MYC, anybody else to check in here on 222, please, over.
WB6JNN.
Hey, Jim. Good evening. Go ahead, Jim. I'm copying you fine.
Yeah, you're 9+ right now, so doing fine. Yeah, good evening. And when you get older, you have all these things you have to deal with. Took the wife into the doctor this morning, and she seems to be in mid-range and everything, so that's good. She's right in the middle of where you're supposed to be, although her blood sugar tends to be a little bit on the high side. But, of course, there's the mental challenges, but that's a different issue. And my daughter and our boarder went down to Monterey for the week, about half the week. Going to be back on Wednesday, so I'm Mr. Mom and Mr. Dad as well to everybody here. WB6JNN.
Okay, very good. Very good, Jim. Good copy. A little fade at the end, but not enough to bother you. So thanks on everything. Okay on your wife's basic health, except for the mental issues, which you knew there were. You should keep a tab on that one. You might want to get into Grok and see, or one of those AI things, and run some questions. You might learn a few things, and you might find that there are things that are right on the leading edge of treatment that they've just brought out that your doctor or your facility hasn't brought up to mind yet. But they're doing a lot of things with the early stages of dementia and all that stuff, and I'm not sure what condition your wife has, but I would definitely spend some time researching it yourself and do a little bit of Mr. Doctor there. Jim the Doctor. Try that. See what happens. I think you'll be impressed. Good evening. WB6JNN for your final, or at least your standby, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Yeah, well, we progressed pretty far, and I haven't had a 6-year-old in the household for a long time. Let's just sit there. WB6JNN.
Yeah, but they're finding some ways to get some of these things back a little bit, if not more. So I would definitely look into it. At least cursorily, you can learn an awful lot in a couple of hours. So if you've got that kind of time to spend, I would definitely ask some questions and see what you can find out. Copilot or Chat GSB or Grok or 3 or 4 others, they're pretty much all the same. They're leapfrogging in front of each other, but they're all pretty much comparable, and you'll get probably similar results from any of those. But it is fun to have verbal interface with no commercial breaks. Jim, over.
Yeah, especially if you can't hear well and you can't see very well, right, Mike?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's perfect from that standpoint, and you can ask the question again, and they don't even get upset.
That's right. Well, my hearing's down to about 6 kilohertz at this point.
Yeah, no, you're doing better than a lot at that age. All right, let's see who else is in here for 222 Bozo Net. I didn't hear KW6S. Tom, are you hearing anything of me here pointed up this way, KW6S?
K6MYC, KW6S, got here a couple of minutes ago.
226 is here too.
I heard 226 also. Good evening to you, Ken, and I heard you, I think, check in on 6 meters just a couple of minutes ago. Did you say something on 6, Ken?
No, I just now got here, just walked in, and we're over there to Tom. You're almost 20 over tonight.
Well, very good. WA60IB, KW6S. Yeah, I just kind of switched over here from my 10-meter net, so I just got here just now.
Well, me too. Well, good evening to both of you guys. Go ahead, Mike. Thank you.
Okay, well, before I forget it, I'll mention that the ARRL has a contest, 220 and up this weekend, this coming weekend. I don't know the exact times. I'm waiting for somebody to look it up and report the start times, but I think it's 11 o'clock on Saturday, and I don't know how long it goes. It's at least 24 hours, and it goes all the way up through the 43 gigahertz region. But what I plan on doing is we want to get as many people on 222 as we can. That's the band that's really struggling, and that's the band that they're starting at the lowest frequency of it. And I don't know if it'll have FT8, but FT8 hasn't been much of an issue on the upper bands. It's been mostly a problem with 6 and 2 meters. But I'll probably do the Saturday night thing and get on at 7:30 for 222, and then at 8 o'clock or so go to 1296, as we did the last time, because we found that 1296 wasn't good late in the evening. So we went there right after 222, and then we came back to 432 up to about 9 o'clock, and then some. So hopefully we'll get some good activity, but I want everybody to remember it, put it on the calendar, and try to check in and try to pass the word around, because it's not a well-known contest like the June and September contests are. KW6S in the group, K6MYC.
K6MYC, KW6S. Yeah, I just looked it up here, and it begins at 18Z for 1800Z Saturday and ends at 1759 Z on Sunday. So
24 hours.
That's about all I know about it. I wasn't thinking
KM6SRR.
Roger.
I'll try to get on.
Okay, good. And there's Rob checking in. Rob, are you hearing Tom?
Yes, I heard him his very first transmission. I actually heard what he said. After that, though, I just hear the voices in there. So, Bozo 432 here, and 1100 is absent.
You mean 1200?
That's right, 1200, sorry. Just testing you.
You gotta give her that 100 back, boy. She'll be pissed off at you. Okay, very good. Well, Ken's here. I don't know if you caught him. Ken's on frequency. Ken, let me shoot it to you and say hello to Tom over there and whatever. And Jim, W6PQL, was here, and I did have a nice chat with WB6JNN, and Fred was also here at KD6SOK. So I don't know who you've got and who you don't have, Rob, but that was the first one was Fred. Then we went to, and also K6WYS is back from his trip to British Columbia, and he checked in. He also checked in 160 and 336 up there in Clear Lake. So that should bring you up to speed, Rob, if you didn't get it. WA60IB, thanks for coming in on 222. We need the check-ins, Ken. K6MYC.
Okay, real good. K6MYC, WA60IB. And good evening to you, Rob. Yep. Good evening to everybody else, too. I can't stay long. I've got to get going here. Yeah, I've been real busy. Today I was spent a good part of the day over at Larry's. I had to rewire his tower mechanism, control mechanism. So anyway, we got that working and everything, so we're just about ready. Once he wraps that all up, we're ready to start putting antennas on it. But wanted to get the tilt mechanism going and the control circuitry. We had to extend it because with the tilt, you got to have longer wires to get to the motor because the motor swings way out. So there was a bunch of rewiring and stuff to do. So anyway, got it done. And so he's just about ready to start stacking antennas back on that thing. So anyway, good evening to all. I got to run. Just got home, and she's got dinner in there waiting right now. So I told her I had to run out here. Oh, by the way, you check in Ralph. I got Ralph earlier at quarter till. So, I forget Ralph's number. Anyway, K6, TST. 7-3s, guys. Over to you, Rob. WA6, KF6SR, WA6OIB.
Okay, Ken, thank you. Good evening to you. Did Larry find his friction discs for his winch to tilt over?
Well, that's it. The tower's done. We're all done with everything there. We're wiring it up, and it's all working. We're
getting ready to stack antennas.
Okay, sounds good. Does he need some help doing the antenna work?
It's piecemeal. So we get it when we get it.
Okay, I'll let you go. Thanks for being there. KM6SR, back to Nat.
You want to say hello to Tom? You want to say hello to Ken? Go ahead.
We already talked.
Okay. Very good. Ken, 7-3. I know you want to get in the house and get going there. Thanks for checking in. And we'll talk to you probably tomorrow. Well, we won't see you. You don't get on 1296 these days. Although you could check in, I'm sure we'd hear you. That would be good. Good night for now. WA6OIB, K6MYC. And back to you, Tom, for a final, and then we'll slide back up the... I haven't moved the antenna, so I'm just pointing toward the Bay Area. It's just such good conditions tonight. We haven't had to move the antenna once I got on, peaked on KD6SOK. We just left it. So there may be some other boys over there that want to check in. KW6 Sugar in Santa Cruz, and we'll see you a few minutes later on 6, K6MYC.
111.
Very good. I'll be on there on 6. Lee did not check into our 10-meter net tonight, so I don't know if he'll be there on 6, but we'll keep our fingers crossed. Catch you a bit later. K6MYC, KW6S.
Okay, very good, Tom, and Russ is in here, so Russ, go ahead and take one. Thank you for that, Tom. KW6S over to K6KLY, K6MYC.
All right, K6KLY from the Bay Area, you're very loud. OIB is very loud up here also. So just checking in, and if I can help you round up some guys, let me know, K6KLY.
Okay, well, I don't know who's left here that has 220. I know Ed is on, but Ed would hear me. There wouldn't be any trouble rounding him up. He was in last night, and we chatted a bit, but he's been intermittent a little bit here with the activity. He's very, very engrossed in AI and having it write code for him and all that stuff, and he spent a lot of time, an inordinate amount of time helping me with my glaucoma and doing research and then giving his analysis of it. 11 pages of his efforts have come so far, maybe more than that even. So he's just been doing amazing for me, and I really appreciate his effort. It's more than warranted. I mean, more than appreciated, I should say. So maybe Ed's in here. WA6AXX, Ed? No Ed yet tonight. Okay, anybody else for the 220 group here in the Bay Area? K6MYC along with K6KLY and others, over. I think we got them all for the moment, Russ.
All right. Well, Ken would inform me that my radio was fine. I don't know why I couldn't get it to work, but the 9700, they're sending it back.
You mean ICOM?
Yeah, Roger. I couldn't even get the thing to turn on, so I mailed it off to them, and they just sent me a message here today saying they couldn't duplicate the problem. They updated the software, and they're sending it back to me.
Yeah, well, the reason it wouldn't work for you is you called it a Kenwood.
We doubled.
I said the reason it wouldn't work for you is because you called it a Kenwood.
Yeah, ICOM. I'm sorry. ICOM 9700.
Well, see, if you give it by the right name, it might come when you call it, over.
Yeah, Roger. By the way, we're having a small electronics radio flea market here. Let's see, August 9th at K6 Bravo Victor's in Pacifica. We're having a radio flea market, over.
Okay, radio flea market at K6 Bravo Victor's place?
Yeah, Roger, and he's in Pacifica off of Highway 35.
Okay, what's a good website? Can they go to a website and see anything about it to find out what the details are, over?
Yeah, just go to his site, K6BV, and they'll find it. His address is good on QRZ.com, over.
You want people to go to QRZ.com and they'll have details there, will they?
Yeah, they should have information there. They'll have his address and everything, but the radio flea market will be on Saturday the 9th of August, starting at 9:30 in the morning, over.
Okay, sounds good. Well, let's hope everybody can get over there that wants to get there. By the way, there is a contest. You know about it, of course. Starting next weekend, the ARRL 222 and up contest. Are you aware of that one?
Yeah, I know it exists. I just normally don't take part in that one, Mike, over.
Well, please take part, at least on the 3 bottom bands, enough to check in. I'm going to be there Saturday night in a normal routine. Saturday night is 222, and then at about 8 o'clock we'll switch over to 1296, and 8:30 or so, or whenever, we'll go to 432. Try to get as much activity in as we can. I'm looking to try to jack up the amount of activity on 222. The guys were saying last year they only logged 6 stations overall on 222 in the Bay Area. Any of the guys didn't hear any more than 6 stations, and that's pretty pathetic. So we can get more than that. So maybe you can join us for a few minutes on that Saturday night next weekend, over.
Okay, coming up here the 3rd, I'm not going to be in town, over.
Oh, not this weekend, coming up?
Yeah, no negative, I'm going camping, over.
Oh, okay, well, then we probably won't be able to get your 222 check-in, will we?
Yeah, negative on that.
All right, well, we tried. Anyway, if anybody asks you about it, or if you're talking to anybody else, you might mention it so we get as many people aware of it. It's mostly a matter of guys reminding themselves and hearing about it over and over again. But again, you can tell them that I'll try to be there Saturday night, try and help people get together and get as many grid squares exchanged as possible. I guess the motivation here, the exchange is grid squares, all 6 characters of your grid square, and they use that to determine distance. So you get points for the more distance that you work on the various bands, over.
Yeah, roger, roger. I know the rules. I just not been taking part in that one, over.
Okay. Very good. Well, I'll let you go, and let's take one more standby. Anybody else in the Bay Area, please check in now on the 222 Bozo Net, K6MYC. I think we got good enough conditions. If they don't hear me, I wouldn't hear them, and nobody else would either. All right, thanks, Ross. Good to hear you. And if you can, come back later and say hello on 6 meters at about 8:45 or so.
Yeah, okay. I think there may be someone in there real weak, over.
I'll see if you can pull them out. Go ahead.
All right, anybody else want to check in here on 220 K6KLY? No, I didn't hear anybody that time, so you were just doubling with you. K6KLY.
Okay, was there anybody else? Please come now. Try again on 222 check-in, then we'll move the antenna to Oakley. But go ahead now, over. I don't hear anything, Russ, so I'm going to go up to 300 degrees and pick up Ken there. Ken.
Roger. He's the other guy's got a pirate patch over his eye, over.
Yeah, okay. N6RO, are you there, Ken? K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835. In the center of Charlie Mike 97. High temperature 92, which is, I guess, seasonal for right now. Dinner was, let's see, steelhead trout and Brussels sprout. I could rhyme some more, but I don't have time. No, I could do more rhyme, but I don't have time. Over.
Okay. You could rhyme, but you don't have the time. I got you. Okay, very good. Don't forget about the contest this weekend. 222 and up. Starts at 1800 Zulu on Saturday. It's done 1800 Sunday. So it's a 24-hour hard-go contest. I'll be on Saturday night with my normal routine. 222 at 7:30, 8 o'clock 1296, and 8:30 or so 432, over.
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I had to check the contest calendar because I still have trouble seeing at 10 in the morning on Saturday. It goes till, no, it starts at 11 and goes till 11 at night. So I may have a problem checking in with you, but I'll try to be at your rallies, which we always appreciate. We haven't got the operator schedule figured out, but if I can get on there, I will.
Okay, yeah, do the best you can for 222. That's the most important one. I'm trying to get, like guys were complaining last year that the guys that did participate only worked 6 people on 222. It was a pathetic showing on 222. Of course, not too many people knew of the contest. I didn't even know it, so I couldn't help out on that one for sure. But they told me, and I'm pressing to get everybody that possibly can get on for that weekend. It's coming up this coming weekend. Thanks, Ken. We'll talk to you in a few minutes here on 6 meters. N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC.
Yeah, I think the least conflict I'll have rig-wise will be 222, so try to check in there. Was it 7:30?
Yeah, 7:30 to 8, but yeah, if you could just squeeze a 30-second window there, well, that's all we need, over. Unless you want to try and work some people.
Yeah, the rig with the trend will not be in use in the HF contest, so we can do a lot of things here at certain times in 6RO.
Okay. See you in a bit on 6. You're a little bit scratchy and broken up on 222 here. I don't know if there's a problem with the radio or not, but it's not real clean. But not to worry about it at this point. I got you. 73 N6RO, K6MYC. Anybody else that's hearing me in this direction? 222 check-ins, please. Over.
I think the problem is my voice.
There it is. That's clearer now.
Yeah, I backed off the mic a bit.
Yeah. You've got real high processing going on, and it's clipping you when you don't have. I guess you don't have processing on, because otherwise it wouldn't be dropping out half of a syllable in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah, I haven't checked all the settings as usual. I turned the compression down. Any better?
Yeah, and you just shifted frequency a little bit. You went up about 100 hertz, over.
Yeah, well, this radio does not have a high stability reference, so I have to just keep controlling the knob to keep up with it.
Okay, and I hear 52 being blasted to me, so apparently Jim has worked number 52 down there in Santa Rosa, or Santa Barbara. Thanks, Ken. We'll see you on 6.
Roger. Sorrow.
Okay, anybody else before I go to Sacramento? Okay, 6MYC. Nothing heard, heading towards Sacramento, and they'll be up toward Bill there. If you could copy me, Bill, KO6KD, I can tweak on you when I hear you. K6MYC, go ahead.
Yeah, okay, Mike. K6MYC and the Bozo group. This is KO6KD, Bozo number 776. And I got some noise in the background here. I'm going to have to go turn the thing down. But anyway, hopefully you can hear me now, and I'll try to go get the background noise turned down if it's bothering you.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You got a little motorboating on you, but other than that, it's fine. Good, strong signal, so no trouble. I didn't even peek on you. I just let it go. Too bad we don't have Darren in here with his repaired unit, but maybe one of these days we will. And I'm reminding everybody about the 222 and up contest coming up next Saturday. We definitely need your participation, as you and I have already talked about the times that I'm going to be there to help out on Saturday night there. So we'll continue to batter your brain about that. Over.
Yes, I understand. I was looking it up earlier to get the idea when there are going to be the times and what they're looking for. So I'll try to make it. There's no guarantees anymore.
No guarantees. Well, you should be up by 7:30 in the evening.
Assuming I'm here, yes, of course. I mean, you never know.
The motorboating is so severe, I'm having trouble with the short bursts of verbiage, but if you speak slowly, it doesn't affect you much. So just slow down just a tad. Over.
Well, I'm starting to cough again, and so I was trying to get my words out quickly.
Anyway, I heard Paul earlier, and it's nice that Paul has made it back safely. And I heard you talking on the stream what the antenna was that he was using. So we'll have to maybe discuss off net sometime a little more detail. And I'd like to talk to Ken sometime. He mentioned something, I think it was a week or two ago, about the bug catcher antennas that I had mentioned. And so perhaps sometime we could set up a time again off net so that we could have a discussion about that if he was still amenable. But at any rate, that's it for now. Bozo 776 checking in. I'm going to hop out. I think I missed the use it or lose it net over on the 220 repeater, so I'm probably too late for that. But I'll try to be here for the 6-meter net. Over, over.
All right, we'll see you on 6. But the antenna that Paul was using is a Comet. It's 80 through 10. I think he's got little tiny things that screw onto the top, little tiny resonances like that other antenna that was made many years ago. It's like a bug catcher, but it's got little, one vertical peg that sticks in, and you put whatever one you want on there, and then you put the others around in the periphery. But it's all above the stainless steel base part of it, over.
Yeah, I've got an idea what it may be. I remember somebody years ago using something similar, and they just don't have the performance of a center-loaded bug catcher style. With like a 2.5, 3-inch coil. Of course, they're much bigger antennas. It takes a lot more to mount them and hang on to them, but I'll never forget that day. I was over at a radio store waiting for them to open up one day, and there was this guy who was sitting in the parking lot from a distance who was staring at my car, and eventually he just couldn't stand it anymore. He got up and he walked over and he's looking at my antenna. And I don't know if you know who Don Johnson is, but he's the one who designed the motorized antenna that later became High Sierra and Tar Heel and all those. And anyway, he was quite impressed with the bug catcher that I was using, and he said, "Kid," of course I was much younger then. He said, "Kid, by George, you did it right." He was very impressed.
Very good, very good. Yeah, what a memory, huh? Anyway, yeah, it's a Comet that he purchased, but as I said too when I heard about it, all the coils are very tiny and they're at the top, so it takes a lot of inductance and it's very lossy. But that's the price you pay for getting a lot of bands without having to do anything or change anything or tune it or whatever. So yeah, they're not the best, but probably was the best thing for he could put on his car. I don't know what car or vehicle it is, but probably wouldn't handle a big bug catcher type of thing. All right, see you on 6 in a few minutes, Bill. KO6KD, K6MYC, 222 Bozo Net, taking check-ins. Anybody else, please?
K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100.
Okay, I gotcha. And have you been watching the news?
I turned it on for a second when you mentioned what was going on, and I got tired of watching it, and I put it back on baseball.
I wasn't going very quickly with Mayor Adams chatting about it. He was not well informed. I don't know if he'd turned it over to the chief of police or whoever, but at the beginning of the news conference that started about 7:30, it was pretty poor coverage. But anyway, kind of a shock. And all this, Judy and I were in the pool at 3:30, and I got out of the pool. We turned on Laura, and the thing had started. This guy had gone into the building right about 6:30 in New York time, which was 3:30, right about the time we were in the pool. So it was real current. When we got out of the pool, I started hearing news on it right away, so I stayed with it. And apparently it's just some guy from Las Vegas, a guy named Sean Tamura or something, that drove in 2 days all the way from Las Vegas to New York, and then got out of his car and parked his car, and then walked down the street with his AK-47 and aside, walked into the building, shot the police department, police person that was on duty in the back, and then proceeded to the elevator, I guess, to get up to the 33rd floor. But they must have known he was coming, because by that time they had barricaded the doors in the 33rd floor. But he did somehow get in to some of the people there, and overall killed 4 people and then shot himself. So that was the quickie report. Over.
Oh yeah, and of course they're still talking about it, but I'm gonna put it back on baseball because I have a TV here, but whenever I'm on the radio I have it muted, so I'm not gonna sit here and look at it anyways. I just glance up and see what the score is of the baseball game, but very good. And I think K6MI is going to be down in DMO 5 this weekend. I'll figure out what bands he's going to have available. I will definitely try to get on this weekend and work John. And yeah, I had to remember that. Yeah, this is the one where I get to use my fun 6-letter BS grid square, because I'm DMO 6BS. So I'll whip that out. I probably won't sit here and run the contest the whole time, but I'll leave the radios running, and if I hear anybody, I'll work them.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try to do the thing I do on Saturday night. Get on at Saturday night and try to see if we can squeak a few more people out of the woodwork, get those Charlie Mike 96s and 95s on the air, and whatever rare grids we can find up there. Charlie Mike 88 out of Clear Lake and all those guys. That'll be good to get some grids. We should be able to get DMO 8 and DMO 9 as well, if we can get Larry and Daniel on up there. So there's quite a few grids to be had, and I hope we get more than 6 people on there. I'll be on at 7:30 at 222, and then 8 o'clock we'll go to 1296, and then 8:30, plus or minus, of course, on these times, but 8:30 to 4:32 last. Over.
Okay. Yeah, I'll set a reminder, and I don't know, maybe I'll throw a stream together real quick, but we'll get through the week first. But yeah, we'll see if we can pull up anybody, and if I don't hear anybody, I'll give you a phone call.
Yes, please do. That means you said something wrong. All right. Good. Got to have you and Brittany in here. We got a pretty good list tonight. I think we're pushing toward our limit of 15. We might even be over 15 already. Rob can do a quick count, because I think we're coming down the home stretch here. I think we'll get Daniel tonight, but I'm not sure if anybody else will be on up there in Nevada. Anybody else before I go to Nevada? K6MYC Bozo Net, please give us check-ins.
So far 17, Mike.
17 so far, so we're ahead of the game already, aren't we?
Yep.
Okay, you're off frequency, Rob, for some reason. Okay, there's Nevada. N7 Whiskey Tango, or KE7 UQL, our 2220 boys. K6MYC calling and standing by. Okay, I got your 272 weak and fluttery, and I moved the antenna back and forth a little bit, but I didn't get you peaked. But we've got your 272. Hopefully we can get Larry on here tonight. I don't know if Larry's going to show up or not. He hasn't been on the last 3 nights or so. So Larry, where are you? Larry, we need you. Call him on FM band, Daniel, and get him on here. We need his check-in. You're number 18, and we want to see if we can break 20 here. So we can break 20. We're breaking into new ground here on 222. KE7 UQL. Maybe we can get Eric. Maybe you can help me try and work Eric up there if he's got 222 from Reno. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu. KE7 UQL, K6MYC, over.
Right.
Roger, Roger. Okay, we'll give Larry a call from here. November 7 Whiskey Tango, KE7UQL. Larry, are you here tonight? Over.
Roger, Roger. K6NYC, K6NYC. November 7 Whiskey Tango. November 7 Whiskey Tango, 657, 657, over.
Oh, wonderful, Larry. Thank you. Number 19 for check-ins tonight. We're ahead of the game by at least 4 from last week. And we've been averaging 14 or 15, so we're at 19, and we hope to get one more for 20 at least. Thank you, Larry. Good to hear you. Thanks for coming up on 222. N7 Whiskey Tango 657 K6MYC.
Okay, yeah, right now you're way up, Mike. You're 10 over 9. Good signal at the moment. I do have a preamp on right now at the antenna, so that kind of helps a lot. But good signal tonight. I was listen to you on the feed out there, and I heard you coming this way, so I thought I'd listen in and see if I can make a connection. Richard's waiting over there on 6 meters, and I'll see you over there, I guess, later on. And I'll see if I can remember to get a part of the contest on Saturday at 7:30. To your, to give you a pointer or two if we can do that. And 7WT.
Well, we'll try to remind you if you get on the air and check into the net on 432. We'll give you a hard hammering and a pointy stick if you need one. Over.
Repeat about the 432. When are we leaving? Thursday or when?
Well, I'm just going to be reminding you on Thursday of the contest on Saturday. Over.
Okay, all right. All right. Anyway, we'll just see if we can get there too. But anyway, we'll see if we can remember to not get busy doing something else. Then we'll give you a few points and things. I'll have to look that up in the book to see exactly what's going on in that contest. I'm not familiar with it. Then 7WT.
Well, it's an ARRL contest, and you have to give your 6-digit grid square. So I'll need your 6-digit grid square in the exchange, and the points are given out by the distance that you work between the two grid squares. It's a distance contest as much as anything, along with getting activity on the band, of course. But 6-digit grid square allows people to get a very close accuracy on the distance between the two stations. Over.
You're facing down the noise now. Hey, I'm on 6 meters here in a little while.
Okay, yeah, we should be over on 6 in about 5 minutes or less. 5 minutes or less. Here we go. Okay, Daniel, back to you. Do you want to try for N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, Daniel?
Okay, I'll give him a call. November 7 Victor Alpha Zulu, KE7UQL. Over. I think the band is silent on this end, Mike.
Well, I pointed his way. He should hear me. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, N7 VAZ, N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, K6MYC. Any copy there, Eric? Yep, I don't hear him either, so I guess we'll not get Eric in here tonight. There's one other guy down in the Sacramento area I'd like to get, KE6GLA. I haven't heard him for about 2 months, but maybe he'll be there. I'll go back quickly there, and then I'll see you guys on 6 meters in about 5 minutes. 7-3, thank you, Larry. Thank you, Daniel. KE7UQL, N7WT, K6MYC, clearing and going back to Sacramento direction.
KE7UQL, 7-3.
7-3.
N7WT.
7-3, Larry.
KE7UQL, 7-3.
7-3. All right, let's see. I'm going to go back to towards Sacramento and see if I can get KE6GLA on here and get one more. We need one more check-in for 20 check-ins here. So going back to there we are, KE6GLA. KE6 Golf Lima Alpha, KE6 GLA. I wonder if you're in there, Jay. KE6 GLA, we haven't heard you for a long time. KE6 Golf Lima Alpha. What's the heading here, Judy?
325.
325?
Yes.
Okay. KE6 GLA, K6 MYC, Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie calling you for a 222 check-in, and any or anybody else that's hearing me. Thank you. KE6 MYC standing by. He was in here regular for a while. I don't know what happened to him. Is there anybody else on 222? Quickly, K6 MYC. I'll go back to the Bay Area. Okay, Bay Area, last call. 222 check-ins, please. Late checks are missed, and then we'll go over to 6 meters. This is Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie calling and standing by. Okay, Rob, that's nothing heard, so I guess it's what, 20 or 19?
Let me recount. Yeah, I've got 19. I sent a text over to John, K6MI, hoping he might get on.
Yeah, that would be good. I'll leave the radio on here, so if John comes in the shack and gives us, that would be good. Okay, I have the volume on low, but if I hear a voice, we'll hear it. And I'll switch over here to the 6 meter band, K6 MYC, going to 6.
Alrighty, here we go. K6 US1.
Okay, 6 meters, beaming north.
K6 USY.
657. I hear you, 657. I got 657. I got 249. Stand by a second. We're just looking for. We've lost our list already. Well, I had paper. I didn't need paper. I needed the old list. Oh, there we go. Okay, we'll put 6 meters right on the same page here. All right. Here we go. I'll do 6 meters in the corner here. Here we go.
WB6 UNP.
And there's other people in there. K6 USY 1079 and Bozo 1100.
Okay, 1079, 1100, I've got you. I didn't get the other person that talked to me written down, but I heard 107. Good evening, Dane, and welcome back.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we just figured we'd, come back for a week or so, and we'll be back on the road, but for now we're at home.
Yeah, very good. Been talking to Dan. He's been filling in for you. He's been doing a good job, by the way.
Gee, maybe I should go away more often and keep them active.
Well, I would hope that wouldn't be the thing that would make him active. We need you both.
Well, we do the best we can.
I know you do. So, where are you going again next week?
Oh, next week we're here. It's, I think 2 weeks down the road, we'll be up at Shaver for about 3 weeks. So I'll have antennas up, and you can look for me up there.
Yeah, Well, I know this time you took a different car, and you didn't have any radios with you. You had mentioned that, so we knew you weren't going to check in. But maybe we can get you from Shaver on a regular basis. That would be terrific. Anyway, good to hear you, and thanks for checking in here. We had almost a record number on 222 tonight. We got 19. I was hoping to get 20. If John K6MI comes back on the air, we'll catch him, and that'll be number 20. So we didn't do too bad on 222 tonight. There is a contest this next weekend, this coming weekend. It's an ARRL contest 222 and up. So we need 222, 1296, and 432 check-ins. I'll be on Saturday night. Maybe we can get you in there if you're up at the campground at that point in time and can check in on 1296 and 432. That would be terrific. Over.
Okay, well, we don't have the 1296 station up. The 432 station is up. And the 222, I still haven't had any time to get into the 736, but it's got the 222 module in it. And I've got power cords for it now, so because it doesn't have a internal supply, I have to go external. But we're slowly getting into that. But unfortunately, everything sort of put us, shall we say, slightly set back time-wise.
Yeah, I know how it is. We're all set back. It's called round to-its. You need a lot more round to-its.
Okay, 803, Quarter School.
Hey, 803, how are you?
Oh, doing good.
Charlie Echo Fox, 982.
Got 982. Good evening, Gerald, and good evening, Dan. Sounding good. I was telling. Did you hear my comment to Dane about your keeping the list alive from Course Gold? Over.
Yeah, right. Very good. Hey, give me a quick comparison on signal strength between me and Dane.
Well, you're bodacious, but Dane's pretty strong, too. Let me see if I can see the meter. Make another transmission. Go ahead.
Okay. 803 in Course Gold. I'm just trying to get a signal comparison with Dane.
5 and 9. Go ahead, Dane.
Okay, I'm running 25 watts now to my little weird inverted V. 5
and 7, 5 and 6 to 7.
All right, very good. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, you're very strong. What did you do, Dan?
No, nothing. I'm just still running my end-fed long wire.
Well, it's working tonight. Of course, I'm looking right at you guys. I'm due north here with the antennas. Let me pick up the guys in Nevada. They're standing by. I've called them. I mean, they've checked in, and I've got them. Put 249 down and 657 also. And we'll get... 982. 982. That's... Yeah. And then, here, I can write them in.
I got 249. What's the other one?
Okay, and 657. And we'll go on up and get them checked in here. Take it away, Larry, if you're copying. And thank you, Dane and Dan, for checking in here. Are we done with the signal check, Dan?
I cranked it up to 100 watts.
Well, give it to me again. Let me look.
Okay, WB6JNP at 100 watts.
Okay, well, you're 5 and 829, just touching the 9 mark. He's still a little stronger, but you got awful close.
Okay, well, it's the beauty of inverted V's and dipoles and stuff that's not meant to work on 6.
Well, good thing I've got a 9 element Yagi at 100 feet looking down your throat.
Yeah, well, you're easily 20 over.
Yeah, okay. Very good. 7-3s, guys. Let me get the Nevada boys here before they have to go to bed. N7 Whiskey Tango, how you doing? And maybe Rob can get in here and say hello to you as well. N7 Whiskey Tango in the group, K6MYC. Now I've lost Larry. How about KD6BQ? How about you, Richard? Where did Richard go? Did I lose everybody on 6 here?
I'm hearing you, Mike. I'm listening for those guys, not hearing them.
I don't know. They maybe didn't want to stick around long enough. Let me get you written in here. 432. You want to put 12 down? No, we can't put 1,200 down. She isn't home.
No, she's AWOL up in Vancouver, Washington.
There you go. Our friend up there from Olympia is home today. He was on big time this morning and telling us all about the wonderful Dungeness crab that they were catching and eating up there. And we were all sitting around here. Even though it's hard to drool in the morning at 8:30, we were doing it.
Yeah, that would do it. Do it for me for sure. KM6SR.
Yeah. All righty. You guys up there, N7 Whiskey Tango, Larry? I know we're still got propagation. They must have just thought I'd quit on them, but we were just trying to pick up the course gold, guys. That's what happens when we get internal check-ins and they don't hear them. And they're probably not watching the stream there. KD6BQ, are you there, Richard? You usually don't leave that quick. Pointed north, but let's see, we should have Mike in here. W6 Papa Echo. Mike, are you here tonight? I don't hear Mike either, so is there anybody else that's copying me while I'm pointed due north here? Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, Delta Mike 07, calling the 6-meter Bozo Net, over. Boy, okay. Well, we'll go to Sacramento then. Here we go.
KC5 DTU 712.
KC5 DTU. Good evening, Kerry. And we've been getting your blogs. Watched one of them yesterday. We haven't looked at the stuff you said this morning yet.
Roger, roger. Got more coming your way, so should be coming shortly. And good evening, Judy, and hope you guys are having a good evening up on the hill there.
Well, we are. We're running a little bit late. Matt got home late and fixed dinner, but we haven't had a chance to sit down and... Did you eat dinner, Judy? No. Oh, you're waiting for me. Okay. Yeah. All right. Anyway... Other than that, we're doing fine, Kerry, and good to hear you in here. Let me remind you of a contest that's coming this weekend. Maybe you can join us and give us a few points. It's an ARRL contest. It's 222 and up. Now, I know you don't have 222, but you do have 1296 and 432, and I'll be on Saturday night. I may get on when the contest starts at 11 o'clock in the morning. Zulu, it's 1800 Zulu or 11 o'clock our time. And I may be on for a few minutes from here. I can get on from this shack easily in the morning at that time, make noise. But we're really going to be on at 7:30 in the evening on my normal schedule. 7:30 for a half an hour on 222. Then 1296 from about 8 o'clock in the evening for a half hour or so, and then 432 from 8:30 to 9. So maybe you can join us on those two last ones, Kerry, over.
Roger, roger. I'll make a note and be talking to you further on it.
Yeah, that'd be good. We should have some pretty good grid squares for you to try and get on those bands also. So we'll see what happens here. I'm trying to chalk it up because last year the contest was a dismal failure out here on the west. Only guys got 6 contacts only on 222, so we're going to try and make it better this year. Anyway, something, lots of stuff to talk about, Kerry, but not stuff I want to terribly get into too heavily with the net, but certainly Trump's making some major progress over there in Scotland with all the European successes that he's having, and apparently that one blog that you send about all the stuff it was a reader. You couldn't. It wasn't spoken, but it was a bunch of banners. Do you remember the one with all the banners?
Roger, Roger. That was the one on the national debt clock. It should be in 34 pages. It should be a PDF.
Yeah, it's huge. We didn't get chance.
Beautifully done.
Huh? Yeah.
Beautifully done.
Yeah, beautifully done. Judy says, but I couldn't see it, of course. But she was reading some of the stuff. But it's time-consuming to read all that. But very, very much. Well, it's a lot of the stuff is so intense and so carefully thought out. It's hard to catch up quickly to where they're going with all this, and some of the terminology is foreign to us. But I got the gist of it, I think, and it all looks good. Over.
Roger, Roger. It lays it out from the beginning to where we are.
Yes, it does. I'm just not sure how it's all going to actually happen. And they use words like reserve instead of backing. I like the word gold backed as opposed to gold reserves. It means more in terms of how the dollar is supported. Over.
Roger, Roger. Well, we'll be able to talk more about it, and we'll schedule a time there in the future. But boy, it's good. And as Trump would say, are you tired of winning yet?
Exactly. Yeah, they're joking about that now. All right, good to hear you, Kerry. Thanks much for. Yeah. Hi to Laura. Judy says here. And I still haven't connected. Well, I have connected. We did get to connected with Dr. Schroeder and your chiropractic group, and we got quite a bit on that red light stuff. But I've got to run that by now. Two different agencies, both Remington and a new place called Byers Eye Institute up in Stanford, which has turned up on the with our AI search. And also Ed up there in the Bay Area helped me with a lot of research that he's done for my eyes. A massive amount of research he's done, and sending out good information on what's going on and what the latest tricks and trades are, and what's important and what isn't, and what might be affecting quick deterioration of the eye and the vision and stuff like that. So we're learning a lot very quickly, Kerry.
Roger, Roger. Well, one way or another, we're going to get you fixed up there, Michael.
Well, I hope so. If we can just slow up this degradation, I'll be happy. All right. Take care, Kerry. Let's see who else we have here on 6 meters. How about Ben? Are you in here tonight, Ben? WB6BGBS? Who else do we have in the Bay Area? I haven't rotated yet. I'm still looking due north, but I'm sure you guys can hear me. Anybody else for 6-meter check-ins, please? Go ahead.
WA6HNA 1013. 29.
Okay, I got two of you here. I hear you, Brett. Stand by. 1129 is Brett. And we got WA6HNA 1013. Go ahead, Greg.
Hey, Mike. Sounding good tonight. I was listening to you, and there was definitely some multipath flutter, and I pulled up my flight app here, and I'm watching the jetliners go by, and as the jetliners fly right across looks like they're flying right across about Coulterville, and it's cycling you from probably 5S units as the paths merge and then diverge, and then it gets real strong, and then as they fly away, it goes back to fluttering again. So I think I'm finally figuring out where all those fluttering's coming from. Back to you.
Well, that's part of it. It also happens when the weather is changing and you get multipath changes. I heard multipath on 220 on Bill. It was the most severe on Bill tonight of all the stations that I was working. But he's prone to that. I mean, I've been listening to Bill for years on the path there and the various frequencies, and I'm talking about KO6KD in Roseville. And he flutters and distorts with the path as much as anybody. So that was interesting tonight. I finally found a spot where I went away. I lost a little signal strength, but I got rid of most of the flutter. But I had to turn away from it. Over.
Yeah, I've done that a few times with you. I've pointed it towards kind of an intersection between your house and mine up on the Sierra West face. So, and that works sometimes pretty well too. So, Anyway, I won't hold you up. You got another station waiting, so but I did want to check in, and sounding good. K6MYC, WA6HNA.
Yeah, did you get a chance to look to the FT100 yet?
No, not yet. We're trying to get there. We're stacked up a little deep right now.
USL.
But it's on the list officially.
Well, is there any reason you have to do anything to it? I think it was functional when he bought it, wasn't he?
I believe so. He just wanted me to test it and then program it so that he can come right up on 432.
Okay. Yeah. He should program 2 meters in there too for him, just so he has it as a backup. Over.
Yeah, will do. Yeah, because it's a sideband radio. It does both, so we'll get them both in there for him.
You can program 6 as well. It's got a separate antenna port for 6. So he could hook up a different antenna and listen on 6 if he wants to do that as well. So he could listen on 6 and maybe even check in on that one with a different antenna. But he has 100 watts there, so it should be pretty good. But that way he can put the little radio into pretty good service. Whether he uses it for 2 meters is he'd have to either put a coax switch on the output of the radio or somewhere in the system, or get some kind of a dual band 432 2-meter antenna with the same feed line, or run a combiner. I think we make a combiner, but that wouldn't be my recommendation. Anyway, just some thoughts. At least program those 3 bands in for him. Over.
Okay, will do. Yeah, that makes sense. I forgot about 6 meters, but that would work. I think he has his 7610 plus his linear, which is a 1.5 kW linear. That's all on his 4-element beam, 6-meter beam. But he's also, his 80-meter loop is also resonant on 6 meters. So we could try the other radio on that, just for fun.
Absolutely, yeah. So it'd be interesting to have him listen, be able to listen on both of those and see what sounded best from what direction and so on. Anyway, just some thoughts. You might as well take advantage of the radio. It's got all the bands, and it's pretty functional with good power. And some of the guys are telling me it's making 50 watts on 432, but I don't think it does. I think it makes 25 or 30 or 40 or something. 50 watts on 2, I think.
Yeah, my service monitor is good up to 95 watts. Is it 90 or 95? I have to take a look. But anyway, so we'll get the real answer out of it here in a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Good to hear you. Got you checked in. Have a good evening, and we'll see you probably on Wednesday. WA6HNA, Groveland, K6MYC.
You got it. That's it, Mike.
I did it.
Indeed, WA6HNA.
Good night. Okay, over to you quickly, Brett, but you're out of line. I haven't got the Sacramento and Redding guys yet, but let me pick you up. N5PDM, PMD. No, Papa... NPD, I'll get it right, K6MYC.
Well, good evening, Mike. Yep, November, Papa, Delta, NPD. For Newman PD. And, you're a little bit low on me, so you must be pointing a different direction from me. But anyhow, I just thought I'd say hello, because I heard you say Bay Area, so we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, well, I'm pointed at Sacramento, and I didn't bother to move it for you, so that's why we're not at you. We're not really pointed for you yet.
Oh, very good. Well, anyhow, wasn't that hot here today, so we'll just, the mosquitoes are gone. That's good for now. So they'll be back, though.
Speaking of mosquitoes, Judy read a large, long dissertation about the million packs of mosquitoes, the male mosquitoes that you're dropping onto Maui and Kauai to try and save the honey dripper. Isn't that what it is, a honey dripper bird? Honey creeper, yeah. Yeah, these male mosquitoes come down and they mate with the females, but the females then lay eggs that are not, they don't hatch, and they hope to drop the population that way. I'm not too happy about what they're doing and how they're doing it. there's always unintended consequences when they do stuff like that, like the mongoose in Australia and stuff. You probably heard of those fiascos. They made mistakes like that in Hawaii too, bringing in one thing to get rid of the rats, and now you've got a mongoose infestation or something. The mosquito thing really bothers me, particularly if we're not sure that that's what they're doing and they're not injecting us with a corona spike. Over.
Oh yeah, you know, sterile male mosquitoes and so on and so forth, and there's always something, some unintended consequence.
Yeah, well, they're not neutered. They're vile and viable, but they are injected with something. They're grown with some kind of a chemical change in them that when they mate with the female, it destroys the fertility of the egg, and the eggs don't hatch.
Oh, wow, like, what's that, GMO crap or whatever?
Yeah, well, it's just a little scary, but they seem like it's Bird Conservancy behind it, and also San Diego Zoo is involved in it. So it's coming out of good people, but sometimes the best of intentions, don't always work out right.
Oh, exactly.
And I'm not sure of the real intention. Bill Gates has been dropping mosquitoes in various places around the world, and they weren't meant to do that. They were meant to inject a spike in you.
Oh, well, anything that comes out of him is probably crap.
Well, there you are, but that went on for quite a few years. Anyway, that's the kind of stuff that bothers me when they do stuff that we don't have any say over it.
Oh, yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. All right, Mike, I'll let you pass on over to other locations. Have a great night. We'll catch you next time.
Okay, thanks, Brad. Good to hear you. Okay, Sacramento, I'm being right up the middle, KO6KD. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, okay, Mike, K6MYC and the Bozos, KO6KD, number 776. Hear you just fine here on 6 meters. Over.
Yeah, I'm pointed right up your throat there, right down your throat, and I imagine John is there as well. And maybe, of course, Darren shouldn't be there, but you never know. He might sneak into the shack for a second. I hope his wife's operation went well. Was that yesterday or today?
That was this morning, and I heard she was in recovery, but that was at noontime, so that was about 9 hours ago. I have not heard anything since then. Over. Okay. Well, we got our fingers crossed that everything went well there. All right, let's see. Not too much new except the stuff that's going on right now currently on TV with this shooter in New York and Manhattan. You're following that, I take it? Yeah, I think the guy shot himself, so he got one civilian and a police officer, and then he shot himself.
Well, yeah, but he got 4 people in whatever office on the 33rd floor that he was after. He did.
They arrested that woman, but they didn't say why.
Yeah, okay. There was a woman seemingly involved or something. We saw her taken away by the police on handcuffs, but I didn't get any detail on it, but apparently she's been arrested for something. I don't know. Anyway, it was a really strange situation where this guy walks through, across the street and down the sidewalk and walks into this big 44-story high building with Bank of America and JP Morgan and NFL on the 5th floor, and whoever was on the 33rd floor, that's what I don't know. What was the company that was occupying the 30? Who was it? They never said it, but I wonder who it was.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's interesting, but it's getting to be more and more prolific that this stuff is happening, and it causes me to be concerned, but there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, well, it's a strange one because he drove the last 2 days from Las Vegas. The name was Sean Timura or something like that. I think he was either 27 or 42. I heard 2 different ages on him, but he was clearly on a mission. Drove all the way from Las Vegas to New York, parked his car, got out of his car, and walked down the street. Huh?
Double parked the car.
Oh, he double parked the car because he didn't.
License to carry.
Yeah.
With mental history.
What?
He had a mental history in Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Mental health, and then somehow he was able to get a license to carry a gun.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, that's helpful, isn't it? Anyway, he was on a mission. He knew he was going to die when he went in there because you wouldn't walk up with no escape route, no nothing, with an exposed AK-47 and expect you're going to get out of the building alive. But he did do some damage. But apparently, at least at some point in time, they found out he was coming because the door on the building, the doors in the 33rd floor were barricaded to some extent. He got in somehow and killed 4 people, though, and shot the police officer down in the main lobby. He shot 2 cops, but one wasn't killed. Yeah. I don't know where the other one was, but anyway. You probably got the details on that as well, Bill, over?
No, I don't have nearly as many details as you guys have. I'll have to go back over and do some more listening to see what the follow-up reports are, but...
Well, it's just, it intrigued me because it's, you're always looking for motivation. Clearly he was mentally disturbed. They have a record of him now in Las Vegas where he was suffering with mental issues with no question. When you do something like that, you've got a mental issue. Doesn't take a genius to figure that one out, even though they had already found it out. It wasn't something that was just activated. Anyway, quite a bit of mystery to this whole thing, and I'm just curious. It's a shame that it can happen, but what bothered me is that nobody, apparently, I don't know whether they got any, but they reported no 911 or 911 calls while this guy's walking down the street with an exposed AK-47. They did get some calls?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, they did get calls. Yeah, when I first heard it before I came in here for the Bozo Net on 222, they hadn't mentioned that. Anyway, just interesting, Bill. I'm not terribly upset about it one way or the other. It's just curious because he went to a lot of trouble to do what he did. Over.
Yeah, well, a lot of those guys do go through an awful lot of trouble, and I don't know. They have their reasons, and it doesn't make any sense to me. So.
Yeah, it's tough to figure.
So I better shut up. Good evening, Judy. Good evening, Mike, and everybody else. John's waiting out there, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the morning. KO 680.
Yeah, we'll look for you in the morning, and I'm sure we'll have some more feedback on it that's more accurate and more detailed. Thanks, Bill. KO 6KD, up to you. Let's see if you can hear me where I'm pointed. John, KR6MR, K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. K6MYC in the group. KR6MR, Bozo 759. Nice signal tonight. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're booming in here, and I'm not going to move the antenna and leave it right where it is. Might also work for Reading, so I'm listening for CW from Reading whenever you want to pop through, Eric. Rich, you can send some CW. I'll probably hear you through all the other stuff that's going on here. Anyway, fine, John, good signal here, and hopefully it'll be a good copy tomorrow on 1296. And I'm going to remind you of the contest coming up this weekend. Did I tell you about that yesterday?
No, but I did hear you talking about it earlier tonight.
Yeah, well, anyway, I'll be on Saturday night as always. So if you want to join us for 1296, we're at about 8 o'clock on Saturday night. I'll be on 222 first for half an hour, and then I'll go over to 1296 somewhere around 8 o'clock looking for contacts there. We certainly want to work you if we can get you for Charlie Mike 98, and then we'll go to 432 at roughly 8:30 to 9 or so. Over.
Yeah, okay, sounds good. I will do my best to remember to be out here Saturday evening.
Sounds good. Thank you, John. And thanks for coming up here tonight, climbing the stairs to get on 6 meters with us. Hi. 7-3, and I'll make a call and see if there's anybody else. How about Reading? Let's see if Redding's in there. KR6MR, K6MYC, 73.
Yeah, okay, 73 is Mike. Question. They've been dropping male mosquitoes in for years and years to reduce the population, and it works very well.
I know they have in various places, Brazil, but sometimes it doesn't work very well. There have been bad results in some areas, over.
Yeah, but the male mosquitoes aren't the ones that bite to pass the diseases.
Well, I know that. But it's killing some other things that they didn't want to kill. I can't remember what it was, but we went through a long list of pluses and minuses on it when we were reading the online dissertation, over.
Must be the snail darter fishing. Yeah, okay. I'll catch you later. K6MYC, KR6MR 73, and see you tomorrow night on 1296.
Okay. Thank you, John. Did I hear CW? Very loud, but John was so strong I didn't get the call. Was that you, Rich? KD6 Sugar Whiskey, was that you? HIW, did-da-da-da. HW, who would that be? Repeat, oh, SW, Sugar Whiskey, yes, got it. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, go ahead. Yeah, you're almost loud enough for phone. You want to try phone? I think I could copy you on phone, Rich. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, 145, K6MYC, over.
Get you on phone, and K6MYC, KD6 shortwave, is copy, over.
Yeah, Q4 to 5, and about S1 in here, so unusually good conditions. Your CW at times was even stronger than that. Your CW is stronger than your voice, so it may be just QSB. Anyway, thanks very much. Did you make any changes, or do we just have some good propagation, Rich? Over.
Your signal starting to come up there when you were talking to KR6MR, and then you were pretty good. So did that give you some signal? Because I know you over.
Yeah, okay, that one was less readable because I'm getting some power line noise in here now. But we got you. That's the main thing.
330.
Who's 330?
330 meter.
Oh, yeah, that's all right. Thank you. So we'll say 73s, and we'll look for you on Wednesday. Rich. KD6SW. Redding, Charlie November 80, K6MYC. 73, my friend.
Okay, Mike.
Bozo 884, WB6GGY.
Roger, 73, Rich, 73, KD6SW, K6MYC, and good evening to you, Phil, booming in here, 884, go ahead.
Roger, and just finished having dinner with my sister and my wife out on the patio, and figured I better get in here before it gets any later. So thank you very much for the check-in, and you and Judy have a great evening, and we'll talk to you later. WB6GGY.
Oh, how's Barbara's back?
It's doing okay. It's doing good. We're going to drive down to Merced here tomorrow and test it out. We're going to take my sister back to where she can catch the train. Over.
Oh, okay. Very good. Well, we're anxious to hear how long the treatment lasts and if she's going to have to go back. I think Carolyn's scheduled to have hers done, too. And she had a nice meeting today with her regular pain doctor that gives her meds, but we of course we want to wean her, and she wants to wean off the meds as well.
I do understand, and those are great days when you're off the damn pain medication.
That's for sure. Okay, well, I'm sure you're following a little bit of this shooting that occurred in Manhattan. Well, with your dinner and everything, you probably haven't been paying too much attention, but we'll talk to you more about it in the morning. It's a real strange one in the sense that it's very, very violent, and very much a guy had a mission, and he was sure he wasn't going to make it.
What? To get back to his company.
What? Oh,
He's in a hurry to
yeah. Oh, you're in a hurry. Judy says, you're in a hurry to get back to your company. Shut up. Anyway, keep an eye on that one, and we'll talk to you in the morning. WB6GGY, K6MYC.
Roger, and you and Judy have a great evening. WB6GGY, 73 guys.
73, Phil. Okay.
I have a comment.
You have a comment for who? Oh, offline. Hang on a second. Do we have anybody else when I pointed towards Sacramento for the check-ins here on the Bozo Net? K6MYC, listening? Nothing heard. I'm going to go right down to Oakley. How about you, Oakley?
Yes. K6MYC and 6RO, Bozo 835. Howdy doody. Also to Judy. And nothing really new to report. I thought I was going to miss this session because my radio needed an update. So I had to contact my Flex consultant, and he told me what to do. So we made it in time. See you on 1296 and 6RO.
Okay, we'll see you there. And thanks for checking in here. You didn't give me an update on the eye, but I assume it's slightly better than yesterday, right?
Well, yeah, it's sort of been the same for the last 3 days. It's just uncomfortable because of the swelling on both lids. But the pain level is way down. It's just sort of annoying now. And the right eye is trying to overcompensate, and it's got eye strain, so the whole upper face is in disarray.
Yeah, I hear you. I understand that you can reduce the swelling a lot by getting a picture of Hillary in place you get in front of your face. Over?
I'll have to try that.
Okay. See you later. N6RO, K6MYC. Anybody else when I pointed up toward Oakley?
November 6th, Bravo, Charlie.
Okay, N6BCC. Good evening, Merle. Let's see, you're 1034, right?
1134. And how are you and Judy doing tonight?
Well, we're hanging in there. We're anxious to get through the net here. Not that we want to dump you guys, but we haven't had any dinner yet, so we're kind of anxious to move on quickly. Not that I'm pushing. That's the only thing that's pending in our life. Maybe a little dinner, and then maybe a little bit more political stuff on the news or whatever, and then we'll be done for the day. Over.
Hey, Roger. Yeah, bands ain't too good for me this way here. Usually I don't jump in there till you're pointing towards San Francisco. I hear you better when you're pointing that way. Yeah, I just want to jump in there and say hi. Yeah, I know you're kind of in a hurry there, and just so you know, 2 more days. Next Wednesday when I leave work, that's it. I'm done. I'm retired for good.
Okay. Hey, congratulations. That would be what, August 4th or something like that?
No, 2 days. It'll be July 30th.
Oh, July 30th. Okay, I thought you said next week. Very good. Well, congratulations. I know you've been working on that for a couple of years, haven't you?
Hey, Roger. Yeah, I put in for, retiring a year ago, so gives them plenty
plenty of time to find my replacement, and I finally think he's going to do good enough now. So he's doing really good. He's had to pass all the tests and everything. So that's the main thing. He's got his certifications and he's ready to get out there and do it.
Remind me, what was the business or what's the job that you're leaving?
I do water reclamation and recycle systems, steamer systems, boilers, and we also do pressure washers and all kinds of commercial hot water pressure washer systems. And I also build trailers, for like the city of Stockton and stuff like that, and other cities. I mean, all around. Tracy's got about 5 trailers I built for them, and RTD in Stockton's got 3 trailers. I was $100,000 for those 3, and we got trailers all over the state.
Okay, what do the trailers do again?
They have mobile trailers for, they use them out there to steam clean the, benches and stuff at bus stops and all kinds of stuff there in the city jurisdictions. And they have the water reclamation systems on them also. But I also do all the water reclamations and recycles and stuff for the big factories and stuff.
Yeah, okay, now I understand. Very good. Very good. Well, I'm glad that your replacement's going to carry that on. It's, of course, water is a very precious thing to take care of. Recycle and refresh and clean up and reuse. That's one thing about it. It can be brought back to purity, can't it?
Oh, I don't know if you're going to hear me or not, Mike. I can't pull you in there no more. I got a guy on CD not too far from me, and he gives me a lot of scratch and QRM and stuff, so I'm going to let you guys go so you can get on me saying that, and I'm going to try to give you a call this week or this weekend. I've been so doggone busy, so I'm going to say 7-3. You and Judy have a great evening, and we'll catch you later. K6MYC and 6BCC.
Yeah, are you troubled with noise? Is that your problem? Because you're coming in fine here. Are you having terrible noise? Is your noise bad there, Merle? You got serious noise problems, so if anybody can contact Merle, you might tell him. He's quite good copy here. He's not real strong at the moment, but he's quite good. But he's got a serious noise problem if he can't hear my 1500 here. So that's pretty awful. 7-3, Merle, if you're copying N6BCC, K6MYC, clear. Anybody else before I go into the Bay Area, please, over?
Whiskey 6, Whiskey Zulu Zulu.
Yeah, W6WZZ. Good to hear you, John. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Nice weather down this way, and went and looked at some parts, another tower, and boy, I tell you, the price was right, but I don't know whether I'm going to have the space for it or not.
Yeah, I missed a little bit of that. Is your 1145, is that your number?
Yes, sir. 1145, 1145.
USL. Now, what did you say about something you don't have this? You're not sure if you'll have the space for it?
Crank up tower, 60 feet.
Oh, do you have the tower now at 60? That's an odd number for a crank up. They either go to 54 or 72. Over.
Oh, Roger. Well, I'm thinking because the bottom section is 20 feet, I was assuming that the other 2 sections were another 20 feet.
Yeah, they are, but they overlap, so you only get 52 to 54 out. You can get to 60 with your mast, over.
Roger that. Yeah, it comes with a Yaesu rotor and box, and it's a tilt over.
Yeah, very good. Probably a Tri-X or a Artesian tower or something?
I have no idea what the brand is. It's tubular, so the crank-up wire goes through. It looks like the wire was replaced. $50.
Oh, I have one of those. Yeah, that's made currently. Yours might have been made by Tristal, and the company in Tristol was bought out by U.S. Towers several years back, but I have a Tristol version of the 54-foot tubular mast that you have. Over.
Roger, roger. Am I sounding like I did last weekend?
Yeah, maybe. You're not probably quite as strong, but I might not be pointed just right, but you're fine. Over.
Roger, roger. Okay. Well, you got my Bozo number. You guys take it easy down there. Stay nice and cool. It's going to get hot here. I think the rest of the week is going to be warm. But have a great one. Say hi to Judy for me. Whiskey 6. Oh, the other way. It's K6 MYC, Whiskey 6, Whiskey Zulu. John in Brentwood.
Okay, very good, John. You made a mention that you didn't think you might have room for the tower. You mean room to tilt it over? You do require about 25 feet to tip it over.
Yeah, I don't have that much room. And trying to get it home, I'd have to go and rent a car hauler to get it home. So it's on the fence. I'm debating on whether the $50 is worth it and spend $150 on a trailer rental. And I don't know. And then how I'm going to get it in the ground once I get it. There's all kinds of variables. So I got to think about it a minute.
Well, I think you've got a pretty good mentor there. If he doesn't have the answers, his people that work with him do, and that's Ken. But U.S. Towers can give you the details on what you need to know about the base and how much concrete and all that. It's a good tower, and depending on its vintage, what are you paying for it?
$50.
Well, there's no question you're going to go get it. You're talking, you're saving $2,500 to $3,000 buying it for $50. Over.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, check it out. Call U.S. Towers and ask them what they got for it. Or call Ham Radio Outlet and see what they charge you for the 54-foot tubular crank-up. Just call them, and then you'll jump on it. If you don't want it, let me know, and I'll have somebody else come up and pick it up. Where is it?
It's up here where I live in Pacheco.
Yeah, well, there'd be a lot of people who would jump on that, even for $500. Over.
Yeah, roger that. I'm still thinking about it. I got a couple of days. She said she was going to still have it on the internet for sale, so I'm going to try to see if I can get a trailer and somebody to help with getting it out of their yard.
Again, I would tap Ken for the people that can do that stuff for you up there. He must know somebody up there that can haul towers and stuff. Over.
Roger, roger. I already talked to Ken. So it's just something I'm thinking about. But I got to, remember I got neighbors, and I'm already pushing the limit right now with the single tower that I have now. And so I don't want neighbors to start complaining because it gets too ugly.
Well, screw them for ugly. As long as you don't have any height restrictions, they don't have any choice. I know you don't want to antagonize them, but this is a very clean tower with no guy wires, no nothing. It's just a spike that sticks up. You can tell them it's a goddamn flagpole. Over.
Yeah, flagpole in the backyard.
Absolutely. Got to learn these things, Sean.
Yeah, roger that. All right, I'm going to get off of here and talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of the week. I'll probably call that lady tomorrow and see if I can rustle up somebody to go and help me with it. Seems like the people I've talked to say it's a good deal. So anyway, 73, K6 MYC, Whiskey 6, Whiskey Zulu.
Yeah, well, if the tower and the rotator alone is worth $300 or $400. Over.
Yeah, roger that. I already assessed that.
So, I mean, I wouldn't even think about it. Just tell her you'll take it, and you'll get it. If you can't do it, let me know, and we'll figure out a way to get somebody up here to get it. Over.
Yeah, roger that.
And I'll let you make a couple $100 on it.
Yeah, maybe. All right, I'm going to get spread the news.
Okay, 7-3, John. Don't let it slip away. For $50, you cannot go wrong, and I'll work with you on it. Over.
Roger that. All right. 73.
7-3.
It's like a 355.
WFC 775.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Stand by just a second, Mike. What did you say, Ken? It's a 355?
Yeah, it sounds like the equivalent of a MA 355 from U.S. Towers. It's probably the Tristeo version.
Yeah, it depends on how old it is. I've got the Tristeo version of it. Mine's fine. I had to replace the rivets that held the alignment channels because in a high wind I popped some rivets and the thing started to rotate a little bit on me. But other than that, it's a strong tower, built well, and mine's up doing just fine. And boy, for that price, you can't go wrong. We'll get it sold for him to somebody else and let him make some money on it.
Oh yeah, oh it's a great bargain. Just logistics of getting it out and getting it somewhere. I'm sure somebody will appreciate it.
Yeah, well, he can probably find somebody with a flatbed trailer that's 20 feet long, and if it hangs out the back a little bit, you can hang the front over the edge, just right at the tongue end, if you want, and let a little bit of it hang out the back and put a red flag on it. You can get it home that way. Any half-decent flatbed trailer could haul that easily. They're heavy, but they're not unmovable. Over.
Oh yeah. Well, we've got another guy on my team who has a trailer and lifting equipment and everything that's needed. We just need to find out who wants it. Anyway, see you tomorrow, N6RO.
Yeah. So if they don't want it, we'll take it. So you get it stored on your property. We'll get somebody up there that desperately needs it and has a room maybe better than John does here. Thank you, Ken. N6RO in the group, K6MYC.
Yeah, I'm real happy with the two-section version with my VHF stack.
Yeah, well, you could probably bolt this thing right in the same place and go up to 55 feet.
Yeah, if I wanted to.
If you wanted to. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. Wanted and the round to it. So. All right, see you later.
I need to get my VHF stack up to about 150 feet. That's going to take some very low-loss coax.
Well, that's available, too. People keep showing up with bits and pieces. My friend Mark up in Montana just got the word somebody had a piece, and he went up and bought BWAT 180 feet of it for $1 a foot. It's a little high, but it was brand new. Over.
Sounds good. Is that 1 3/4 helix?
No, it was 7/8, but that's still pretty good. I've got about 1,200 feet of 1 5/8 on a roll that's brand new here, and if pressed, you could talk me out of some of that. Over.
I'll think about it. I have about 300 feet of 7/8, but I didn't think that was good enough for the higher bands.
Oh yeah, no, that'll help you. I run 1 5/8 to all the bases of my towers for all bands. That's just because I had it. I had a ton of this stuff, and I spliced it 300 sections, 300-foot sections. I spliced them all together. So I'm running 700 and 800 feet on some of my runs here. But no, it's the 7/8 is fine. At 1296, that's maybe where you'd like to run something bigger. 1 1/4 though is better. I don't think 1 5/8 has a resonance problem. I think at 1200 megs. You should research that. Over.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it sounds like 1 1/4. If I can find it, is okay. Or we'll just do with 7/8. Just another new project at RO.
There you go. All right. Take care, Ken. Good night to you and good night to John. Go ahead, John. W6WSS, you still there? He's gone.
KLY.
KLY, go ahead, Russ. I'll swing your way. And I got to get Mike in here. I got Mike on hold here. Go ahead.
There's some jamming on you tonight. Since you're the only buddy on the whole frequency near 50 megahertz, we've got some military-type jamming, and they're using you as a target. If you were on FM, they would have you, but since you're on sideband, you're still 6 dB above them and doing quite well. K6MYC, K6KLY.
Okay, so you got some military jamming going on or something on 6 meters?
Yes, yeah, they've been using this net as the target since this is the only thing near 50 megahertz, I guess, to use as a target. Over.
Weird. Okay, so would you tell Mike if you can get to him that I've got him checked in, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Go ahead, Mike, if you're copying.
K6MYC, K6MYC, KB6 WFC. Roger, roger, roger.
Thanks for waiting. I'm sorry that took so long. I didn't think it would be a long holder. But thanks for sticking around there. Missed you last night, but I guess you were busy doing something else. Anyway, good evening to you, Mike. And apparently you're not being trouble with the radar, the stuff that's bothering Russ there. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie in the group, K6MYC, Bozo Net, 6 meters. Go ahead, Mike.
W6PQL.
Yeah, go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, I think Mike's probably listening live stream. There's a little bit of a delay there, so it might take him a second or two to get back to you. Anyway, just checking in with you. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Okay, are you hearing the interference that Russ is having trouble with?
No, but then I'm pretty much shielded from Beale if that's where it's coming from.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it's coming from. Where do you think it's emanating from, Russ? Over?
No, I'm not sure. It could even be out there by Half Moon Bay, out there at that big site by Princeton. Over.
Geez, I don't know of anything, big radio site of any kind in Half Moon Bay. Over.
Yeah, by the boat harbor at the north end of the bay, the giant golf ball. Over.
Oh, okay. Is that military? That's not military.
Oh, yeah, that's Air Force.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, maybe why the other guys aren't having much trouble with it as you are. You're probably line of sight to Half Moon Bay, aren't you?
Yeah, I got it. Now, this thing is drifting down, so it's now about 15 kc below you. Over.
Oh, okay. Very good. Well, I'll let you go. I don't want to tie it up here. Let's see. Jim, I got your 52 for 222, and we had 19 check-ins tonight. We're waiting for John, K6MI, to check in to make number 20. Over.
John was at rehearsal, Mike.
I've got something about 8 kc down, but it's not very strong and well away from here.
Yeah, okay. Hang on a second, guys.
What was the 9-2?
Russ, if you're still there, I'd like to know how your puppy is, Willie.
Yeah, hi, he's doing just fine. He's sitting over here in the bed about 10 feet away from me. And when I come down in the fall, I'll bring him with me again. Over.
Well, give him a hug for me.
Roger, roger.
All right, good enough, Russ. Thanks much. And sorry you're having that interference. Maybe do a little more research on it and see what they're trying. I'm not sure quite what you said they're using 50 megahertz as a something or other. Why is 50 a feature?
Well, I don't know, but evidently, this is the closest thing to 50 megahertz that's active. So they were practicing, but it's drifting down. It's now about 20 kc below you. Over.
Yeah, I guess Jim can see it also. Jim, you're hearing it, but not strong.
I'm seeing something about 20 kilohertz down, but it's very weak over here. My antenna's pointed away from it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he's seeing it. I'm sure you're hearing Jim there, Russ. Okay. Well, let me just check and see who else is in here, and then we'll get out of here. I haven't had dinner yet, so before it gets to be midnight, I would like to have some dinner. Good evening, guys. Thanks much. K6KLY, W6PQL. Who else do we have here on 6 meters in the Bay Area? K6MYC.
Whiskey Bravo 6, Whiskey November India, 1090.
1090. We got got you, Gary. Good evening. You're not real strong, but I may not be pointed right at you. Go ahead.
Oh, thanks, Mike. Yeah, you're coming in very loud. Just to answer your question, I'm getting no interference, which was discussed earlier. Not hearing any of that, but you're coming in strong, and so are the other fellows. I know you haven't had dinner, so I have, so I'm going to let you move along here, Mike, but man, great talking with you on 6 meters, K6MYC, WB679.
Oh, thanks, Gary. I thought you were going to say, ha, 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 I had my dinner, yada, yada, yada.
No, I'm not that mean. No, and tell Judy she needs to say hi to Tasha, my dog. Anyway, Mike, if nothing further, I'll let you move it along. K6MYC with Judy. And the net, WB679 73 1090.
Okay, here's Judy.
Okay, say hi to Tanya and give her a hug for me.
Will do. Thanks very much. Tasha, appreciate it. Right here. Okay, Mike, take it away.
Okay, thanks, Gary. 7-3, we'll see you tomorrow. Well, we see you Wednesday. I guess you don't have 1296, so we'll see you Wednesday. Thanks much for the 6-meter check-in here. Anybody else in the Bay Area, please? I got to hear Santa Cruz yet. I want to get him before he goes to bed.
We got a Kilo Bravo 6 Juliet Sugar Mike trying to check in, over.
Okay, you better, I think it's, better get his number. I think it's 1193. He's in San Jose, and I may not hear him tonight, over.
Hey, Juliet Sugar Mike, what's your number? All right, Mikey's 1192, QSL.
I was off by 1. I thought it was 1193. At 1192, we have you. We got you, John. I'm not hearing you very well, but thanks very much for checking in. 1192, we have you.
Are you hearing him, John? Oh, that's cheating. You got to do it for real. All right, go ahead, Mike, and have some good dinner.
Okay, well, thanks for the help with John there. He's in an apartment. He's got a terrible location and a very small antenna system, so sometimes I hear him well, sometimes I don't. Mostly better on the other VHF frequencies. Thanks, Russ. K6KLY in the group, K6MYC. Anybody else for 6 meters Bozo Net before I go to Santa Cruz? KW6 Sugar, are you still awake up there or not? I guess we lost Tom tonight. He had to go to bed. How about Lee? Alpha Foxtrot 6 United. How about you, Lee? Okay, nobody else up that way. What should we do, Rob? Anybody down south?
Not that I know of, but we did have the one guy in San Ynez. I think he's able to get on 6 meters.
Well, you can give him a try. I won't hear him, but go ahead.
Okay, I'm not sure exactly what direction to point for him, though. And this is my system that's a little messed up.
Between 180 and 200.
AA6DW, Alpha 6, Delta Whiskey. This is KM6SRR for the 6 meter Bozo Net. Are you on tonight, Alan? AA6DW, you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net? KM6SR standing by.
We got 24 so far, Rob. I think we're done.
Okay, I've got 22. How'd you get 24?
Well, I don't know. We can read the list to you quickly.
Yeah, if you can, that'd be great.
Okay, I'll let Judy read it to you 5 at a time.
Hi, Rob. I got 1079, 1100, 107, 803, 982, over.
Okay, go ahead.
How about 47 as I read myself in here? Sometimes I forget.
Oh.
Okay. Well, keep going.
249, 657, 432, 712, 1013, and 1129.
Okay, go ahead.
776, 755, 145, and 884, over.
Okay, you had one there before 145. You said 765?
We got 776, that would be Bill. And then we got 759 should be in there somewhere. Where's 759?
759 is there.
Yeah.
John.
Yeah. Where is he in the order here? He should have been after Bill.
759 he
okay.
is.
Yeah.
145, 884, 835, 1134.
1134.
1145, over.
Okay, go ahead.
47, 111, 775, 1296, 1090, 92.
I'm sorry.
Done.
I'm sorry. 1192 was the last one. Did you get that?
Yeah, I'm counting. Yeah, somewhere I know I didn't get Jim in there, 1296. You had, well, okay. I'll just go over. You gave me all the numbers. I'll see what I'm missing.
I'm sorry. What did you want me to do? Read the last again?
No, I think I've got them all down there. That one that was a funny number was the 759.
Yes. And we did get 145 out of Reading. That was a good one. And both of them in Nevada were there. 249 and 65. Well, yeah, 249 and 657 out of Nevada. And then Bill 776 and 759 and so on. So, and then over we got 1134, which was Merle. 1134 and 1145, which was W6WZZ.
Yeah, I got those.
Okay. I think you probably got them all. Maybe we miscounted or whatever. I think you got everybody.
Yeah, but I don't know why my count's not adding up.
Okay, I never did hear from John. He should be back from practice by now, shouldn't he?
That I don't know. Sometimes it lasts till 10. I didn't text him saying that we'd wait for him.
Okay.
I heard you over there calling for him.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was home yet. All right, we're going to go get dinner. 7-3. Aaron, thanks for your participation here. and all, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow night. K6USY, KM6SRR, and whoever else might be listening. K6MYC, last call to the Bay Area, K6MYC, 6-meter Bozo Net, 73.
Good night, Mike. K6USY.
Good night, Aaron.
Okay, good night, Mike and Judy, K6MYC, KM6SR, and good night, Aaron, K6USY, KM6SR. 73, everybody.
I just texted you my list.
You get that?
Hey, I got it.
Okay.